last but not least is going to be the Miami Dolphins. We can actually put that.
So
schedule
Dolphins
up.
is really easy to project their win streak. If the temperature is above 45 degrees, they have a chance to win. If the temperature falls below 45,
You just gotta worry the forecast.
just put a loss on them. Just follow that temperature. So Green Bay, November 29th, loss. Mark that one on the calendar. Put a bet in for that now.
Green Bay.
Tua and the Dolphins cannot play in cold temperature.
Cold weather, for sure. That is true.
But
Until they prove they can, I'm 100% with you.
But look how that schedule went for them. It's actually crucial because they got to go at Green Bay November 29th. That's already cold. They're at Cleveland December 30th. Cleveland stud. Then they're at the Jets.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. They're going to lose at the Jets. They're going to lose at the Cleveland. At Green Bay.
I mean, the NFL said screw them. Put them in cold weather games at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's one of those where if you get a Dolphins or start off 7-3 or something like
But
that,
then they'll start declining.
pay attention and then go ahead and take that.
That's actually
take
really
that reverse
interesting,
bet. Those
like-
are betting lines. It's an in-season live bet. So if they start out on fire, which they will, look at their easy schedule at the beginning. Then you go smash that for them to fall off and trip at the end because of that cold weather schedule.
Scotty too hotty. You might know something. You might know something. Scotty too
My
hotty.
first rodeo.
You might know a little something.
Just
about
pay
this
attention to the
about
weather.
this football
Meanwhile, I'm
thing.
over here like, well, last year,
right.
and give you some stats from last year. But I mean, they did go 10-7. They did have the same record as the Bills. And then they ended up losing the first round against the Chiefs, right? So, but I mean, overall, this team pretty much stayed the same.
They lost their best defensive player, Lawrence Phillips. He signed a
Yes.
massive contract with the Raiders, and he was probably last year's best defensive tackle. He's the new who's got Rams brain fart, but he's the new stud defensive tackle in the league. So they did technically slightly get a little worse on the defensive side.
On the defensive side, for sure. I mean, look, I think this team, it mimics a lot of what the Houston Texans are for me. Lots of great offensive weapons, but a lack of defense here. Which is, if you notice, last year they were like, I think, top 5 in the most points allowed in every game.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
Because there are a lot of shootouts. There's a lot of high scoring games.
I didn't know that.
I think they run the most plays in the NFL. So it's always high powered, high pace, and that allows for a lot of defensive points as well.
I mean, hopefully by them adding the Bills, Jordan Poyer and Kendall Fuller, that might help a little bit. But overall, I think this team offensively pretty much stayed the same. I don't know what value they're going to get with Odell Beckham Jr. being on the wide receiver. Maybe just some coaching and veteran stuff. But I don't see, much more value when they already have Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Where's the defense?
Right.
Where is their defense? God damn it!
But the thing is that they did add a new defensive coordinator, which is from the Ravens, which is Daniel Weaver, who's coming over to hopefully change some things in the defense. It remains to be seen.
Do they have the players though? Do they have the studs on defense?
They have defense. I don't know.
Studs.
Like I kind of. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. I kind of try to dig a little deep on what their defense, but like he just said, like they added, what was the guy that you just mentioned earlier that the Miami added as far as the defense?
No, they lost Lawrence Phillips.
But who did they replace him with?
Nobody.
Well, then there you go. Trash.
Nobody.
Trash. So we'll see. But I mean, look, 10-7 was
they
last year.
So to that, they signed Calais Campbell. You guys remember him?
Oh yeah,
So-
but he's like on his last.
But that's the
year.
thing. He's older, so that was kind of their replacement, on the defensive line. They do have Jordan Brooks at linebacker and Agba. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey and Kendall Fuller are still there, but they're not. I mean, Jordan Pryor is probably their biggest defensive addition in the safety, but their defensive line just went down. Their linebacker core went down, so that's tough.
So, are they good for 10.5 wins? Because I think that's what their line is.
You look at that lineup. I got them at the under.
2,
I'm taking the under
3,
at 9.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Actually, I'm sorry. The 9 is 9.5 wins.
Yeah, I got them under at 9.
Damn,
They might not win a game after November 29th.
Damn, I got them.
Come on, LA's in the dome,
November 29th. No, you got at
and then
Green Bay.
and then the
You got
Niners is
division
at
game.
home.
Even though the Jets is at home, it's a division game. away at Texas. Texas is a good team. The weather doesn't matter. That one, that's just a good team.
For sure.
Yeah.
At Santa Clara on Sunday, and then at Cleveland. If Cleveland, we know how they are on defensively, and then Jets. If that's playing for the playoffs.
I
got them at 9 too.
At 9.
I got them at 9 too.
Like I said, they have a good easy schedule, but that schedule's hard at the end.
So both of you are taking the under.
Yeah, I'm taking the under. I got them at 9.
I'm taking the over.
Taking over.
I'm taking the over. I think they're going to have the same record.
Their last 6 games are all potentially playoff teams.
How many games they gonna win, Zan?
I have them winning the same as last year, 10-7, maybe even 11.
11.
But I mean, you make good points.
I like to play devil's advocate for you. The same reason you think the Bills are taking it down is because they got worse. The Dolphins theoretically got worse.